Good day, sir. So today's video, I will be answering the problem that you had given to us. So here is the question. So to answer the question first, I will analyze the given data. So to get the respondents equals count Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So 1024 is the respondent. Next is the minimum age equals mean age, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So the minimum age is 8. Next is the maximum age equals max age, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So the maximum age is 117. So next is the minimum income. So equals mean income, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So 29 is the minimum income. Next is the maximum income equals max income, Control Shift down arrow, enter. So 259 is the maximum income. So the next step to answer this question is I will be using the method 1 and method 2. So first I will use the method 1. So equals average age, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So 35.1533. So equals average income, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So 84.1045. So I am done in using the method 1. So next I will use the method 2, which is the Excel pivot. So I will click here or any of the collection of data. So next is click insert, click pivot table, click existing worksheet, click location, click here or any, click enter, click OK. So age, put it in the values, and income. Right click, summarize values by average. Summarize values by average. Then to shorten the decimal, click home, click decrease decimal. So 35.1533 and 84.1045. So the answer of the method 1 and method 2 is same. So now we will move into the number 2, which is what is the distribution of this respondent according to location, gender. So I will use first the method 1. So to use the method 1, equals count if location, control shift down arrow, comma, rural, click enter. So equals count if location, control shift down arrow, comma, suburban, click enter. So 468. So next is the urban, equals count if location, control shift down arrow, comma, urban, click enter. So 407. Drag all the frequency of the location, click auto sum. So 1024. Next is the proportion. So equals open 149 divide 1024 close times 100, click enter. So 14.55 is the proportion of rural. So next is equals open 468 divide 1024 close times 100, click enter. So 45.70. Next equals open 407 divide 1024 close times 100, click enter. So 39.75. Drag all the proportion, click auto sum. So next is the gender, which is male and female. So equals count if gender, control shift down arrow, comma, male, comma, location, control shift down arrow, comma, rural, click enter. Next equals count if gender, control shift down arrow, comma, male, comma, Location, control shift, down arrow, suburban, click enter. So 371, then equals count ifs, gender, control shift, down arrow, comma, male, comma, location, control shift, down arrow, comma, urban, click enter. So 327, drag all the male, click auto sum. So 816. Next is female, so equals count ifs, gender, control shift, down arrow, comma, female, comma, location, control shift, down arrow, comma, rural, click enter. Next equals count ifs, gender, control shift, down arrow, comma, female, comma, location, control shift, down arrow, comma, suburban, click enter, and equals count ifs, gender, control shift, down arrow, comma, female, comma, click location, control shift, down arrow, comma, click urban, click enter. Drag all the female, click auto sum. So next is equals sum, drag the two values of male and female, click enter, equals sum, drag, click enter, equals sum, drag, click enter, drag, click auto sum. So now I am done using the method 1. So I will now use the method 2. So to use the method 2, I will click here, click insert, click pivot table, click existing worksheet, click location. So I will locate my pivot table here, click enter, then click OK. Then location at the rows, gender at the values, then drag, right click, show values as percent of grand total, then rename it as frequency, and here is proportion. Then again click here, click insert, click pivot table, click existing worksheet, location, then locate here, click enter, click OK, location at the rows, gender at the column, gender at the values. So here is the answer of the method 2, which is the same in method 1. So now we will move into the question number 3, which is, what is the population for suburban and rural areas? So first, I will use the method 1. To use it, type equals count F, location, control shift, arrow down, comma, suburban, click enter. So the total or the population of suburban is 468. Next, type equals count F, location, control shift, arrow down, comma, rural, click enter. So 149 is the population of rural. So drag all the values of population, click home, click auto sum. So 617. So now I will use the method 2. So I will click here, click insert, click pivot table, click existing worksheet, click location, so I will locate my pivot table here, click enter, click OK, so location at the rows, location at the values, so check only the rural and the suburban, then click OK. So the answer for the method 1 and method 2 is also the same. So now for the last question, which is, what is the average income and age of the respondents according to gender? So first, I will use the method 1. So to use the method 1, equals average X, click income, Control Shift down arrow from your keyboard, comma, click gender, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click male, click enter. Then repeat equals average X, click income, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click gender, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click female, click enter. Then for the grand total, equals average, click income, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click gender, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. Then for the age, we will use or we will repeat the same from income. So equals average X, click age, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click gender, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click male, click enter. Then equals average X, click age, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click gender, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click female, click enter. Then for the grand total, equals average age, Control Shift down arrow, comma, click gender, Control Shift down arrow, click enter. So that's it for the method 1. So next is method 2. So to use the method 2, I will click here in the collection of data, click insert, click pivot table, click existing worksheet, location. So I will locate my pivot table here. So click enter. Then click OK. Then gender for the rows, income for the values, age for the values. Then drag, right click, summarize values by average. Then to shorten the decimal, click home, click decrease decimal, Right click, summarize values by average. So here we can see that the answer for the method 1 and method 2 is the same. So now I am done answering all the questions. So goodbye.